And if I go back in the browser, refresh, add a bunch of new plans. Now if I remove this one, everything works. In this video, we'll see how we can programmatically focus elements to provide a better user experience. We have this mailbox sponsoring plans section, which offers a repeatable set of fields used to define sponsoring plans. So whenever we press the Add New Plan button, a new row of fields is added. Then we can fill in the fields, add a new plan, remove plans, and so on. What would be nice is to be able to control the focus flow, allowing us to add and remove plans without using the mouse. Right now, I can press Tab to jump from one field to another, so Tab, and then Tab. Tab to select the Remove button, then Tab again to add a new plan. But when I press Enter, a new row of fields is added, but now I have to grab the mouse and select the plan name field. Ideally, the plan name field should be focused after pressing the Add New Plan button, so I can start typing directly. So let's do that, but first let me walk you through what I have here. As much as I love Tailwind, it always gets in the way when trying to explain things, so give me a few seconds to fold all these unneeded elements and attributes. Okay, so we are looping through the form plans and outputting three fields: plan name, plan quantity, plan price, then a remove button that calls the onRemove plan with the index. This will basically splice the plan from the array. Then we have the Add New Plan button that calls the Add Plan method. And this just pushes a new object inside the form plans array. Back to the browser, the first thing we should do is whenever we press the Add New Plan button, we should focus the plan name of the latest row. For that to work, we would need a reference to the plan name field. And we can do that with ref. So we can say ref plan name field. But since we will have more than one plan, this needs to be somehow dynamic. And we can use the index to turn it into a dynamic reference. So now instead of plan name field, we will have plan 0 name field, plan 1 name field, and so on. Every row will have its own plan name field. So now whenever we are adding a new plan, we need to focus its name field. And we can do that like this. Here we need the reference to the element. And we know that whenever we are pushing a new element to an array, we'll get back the length of that array. So we can do let number of plans. And now we can get the last plan index by subtracting 1 from the total length of the array. And now we can get a reference to the plan name field. We can do this dot refs and then plan. Here we have the last plan index name field. And what we need to do is to call the focus method on it. One thing to keep in mind is that we should wait for the DOM to update. This way we are sure the plan fields were rendered before we attempt to focus the name field. And we can do that with next tick. So this, next tick, and here the callback will be called once the DOM updates. Let's go inside the browser, refresh, add a new plan, and sure enough, the plan name field is selected. So I can start typing directly. Now let's take care of the remove button. Whenever we remove a plan from the list, we need to select the remove button of the plan that will take its place. That or the latest plan in the list. Let me show what I mean. So if I go in the browser, let's refresh, add a bunch of new plans. If I go and select this remove button, if I press enter, the plan is removed. However, whenever I reach the final element of the array, the chatter plan remove button is no longer selected, and that's what we need to do. So let's go on the onRemovePlan method, and the first thing we're going to do is to check that we have plans. Otherwise this won't make sense. So if form plans length, and now on next tick, so this next tick, we need to check if we have an element on the index. So basically we want to select the remove button of the element that will replace the position of the element we've just removed. And we can do that with if type of this form plans of index is not undefined. We can focus the remove plan button. But first let's add a reference as we did with the plan name. So we add a ref here. Let's grab this. And let's say remove plan button. Let's grab this, scroll down, and here we'll basically select that element. So this refs remove plan button of the index, focus. Now for the other case, we just need to select the last plan in the array. So we can do this, refs, everything here. And to get the last element, we can do this, form plans length -1. And if I go back in the browser, refresh, add a bunch of new plans. Now if I remove this one, everything works. So let's try it out. I can add a new plan, say conversation, 10 days, 30, fan or fab, and so on. And of course I can remove the plans. And that's it. That's how you can programmatically focus elements to provide a better user experience. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and click the bell button. Bye.